At first, there was no explosion, no fire, no shaking ground, no warning sound, just silence. On a quiet night in West Central Africa, an entire valley went to sleep and never woke up. No bullets were fired. No poison was spilled. No enemy crossed a border. Yet, in a single night, over 1,000 lives were erased. The killer was invisible, odorless, heavier than air. It rose from a lake. This is the story of the lake that explodes, and the deadly gas beneath Africa. Lake Nyos lies in northwestern Cameroon. At first glance, it is peaceful. Still water, green hills, volcanic soil rich with life. Villages once surrounded it, farming communities, cattle herders, families who had lived there for generations. Nothing about the lake suggested danger. But Lake Nyos was not an ordinary lake. It was sitting on a wound in the Earth's crust. Lake Nyos lies along the Cameroon volcanic line, a chain of volcanoes stretching from the Atlantic Ocean deep into Central Africa. Unlike explosive volcanoes that erupt with fire and ash, this system leaks something far quieter: carbon dioxide gas. Carbon dioxide gas rises continuously from deep magma chambers below the crust. Most of the time, it escapes harmlessly into the atmosphere. But sometimes, Earth traps its own breath. Lake Nyos is deep, over 200 meters. Its waters are permanently stratified. Warm, light water at the surface. Cold, dense water at the bottom. This layering prevents mixing. As carbon dioxide seeps upward from volcanic rock, it dissolves into the deep water. Year after year, decade after decade, the lake becomes a pressure chamber. Like a shaken soda bottle, sealed, silent, and waiting. On the night of August 21, 1986, something disturbed Lake Nyos. It may have been a landslide, a small earthquake, or simple instability after years of gas buildup. The trigger almost doesn't matter. What matters is what followed. The deep water rose, pressure dropped, and the lake exploded. This was not a volcanic eruption. It was a limnic eruption, one of the rarest natural disasters on Earth. As pressure fell, dissolved carbon dioxide gas came out of solution instantly. The lake turned into a gas cannon. A massive cloud of carbon dioxide gas burst upward and spilled over the lake's edge. Then it flowed downhill. Carbon dioxide gas is heavier than air. It does not rise. It sinks. The gas rolled silently through valleys and villages, displacing oxygen as it went. People did not choke. They did not struggle. They simply lost consciousness and suffocated. In homes, on roads, beside their cattle. Over 1,700 people died. More than 3,500 livestock collapsed where they stood. Entire villages were found untouched, food on tables, doors closed, bodies lying as if asleep. When survivors arrived, they were confused. There were no wounds, no signs of violence. Even insects lay dead on the ground. Some believed it was witchcraft. Others thought a bomb had exploded. Scientists soon realized the truth. The lake had breathed out. Lake Nyos sits in a volcanic maw, formed by past explosive interactions between magma and groundwater. Beneath it, magma releases carbon dioxide gas continuously. Faults provide pathways for gas. Cold deep water traps it under pressure. This combination is extremely rare. Only a handful of lakes on Earth can do this. Lake Nyos was one of them. 2 years earlier, in 1984, a similar but smaller disaster occurred at Lake Nyos, just 100 kilometers away. 37 people died. At the time, the event was poorly understood. Warnings were missed. When Nyos erupted, the world realized it was not an accident. It was a pattern. Limnic eruptions leave no crater, no lava, no ash. They kill quietly. Before 1986, most scientists did not believe a lake could store enough gas to cause mass death. Lake Nyos changed that forever. After the disaster, a terrifying question emerged. Could it happen again? The answer was yes. Carbon dioxide gas was still building up. So scientists attempted something never done before. They tried to defuse a lake. Engineers installed vertical pipes reaching the bottom of Lake Nyos. Once started, gas-rich water rises up the pipe. As pressure drops, carbon dioxide gas bubbles out, creating a self-sustaining fountain. Day by day, year by year, gas is released safely into the atmosphere. The lake is slowly being disarmed. But another danger remains. A natural dam of weak volcanic rock holds Lake Nyos in place. If it collapses, a deadly flood could surge into Nigeria. Residual carbon dioxide gas could be released again. Stabilization efforts continue. The threat is reduced, but not erased. Africa's geology is ancient and complex. Rift systems, volcanic lines, and deep magma reservoirs create unusual hazards. Not loud disasters. Silent ones. From fossil water beneath deserts, to suffocating gas beneath lakes. Africa hides its dangers underground. Water gives life. But at Nyos, water became the delivery system for death. The same forces that create fertile land can also store catastrophe. Nature is not cruel. It is indifferent. The people around Lake Nyos did nothing wrong. They lived where the land was fertile. They trusted the silence. But geology operates on timescales beyond memory. The Earth does not warn that IT records. Yes. Other lakes, like Lake Kivu in East Africa, contain enormous amounts of dissolved gas. Monitoring and mitigation are critical. Ignoring geology is not an option. The Lake Nyos disaster reminds us of a terrifying truth. Not all natural disasters announce themselves. Some arrive like sleep. Silent, invisible, final. The lake did not explode with fire. It exhaled. And the valley stopped breathing. Sometimes, the deadliest force on Earth is the one you cannot see. If you found this story educational, subscribe to the Geologic Lens. Like, share, and leave a comment, because beneath calm surfaces, the Earth is always speaking.